Hey, so Truth Tuesday. We're going to be talking about why some people make money online and others aren't, the truth about it, what's really happening, why are some people seeing so much success and others are not. And let's just start off with, how do some people get such big results and other people don't? What is the difference? If we're all the same, what is the difference? The big difference is that those people are selling. They are selling their offers, they're talking about it, and not just talking about it, not just posting about it on social media, but they are getting into conversations with people who are interested in what they have to offer, and then they are not buying into their stories about why this isn't the right time or why they can't invest in this, because those people are coming to you because they need to make a change. They can't make a change if everyone buys into their story that I can't make the change just yet because of this, or this barrier came up. So when somebody is getting on the phone with you, or when you're selling, or when you're speaking to people and then they come back at you with, okay, well, I can't do it because of this, or I can't do it because of that, money, I can't afford it, this isn't the right time, I'm going on vacation, I just got a new job, I'm going to be very busy, it's the summer, it's the holidays, etc. Those are just a story. They can decide if it is important enough to them to make a change. Basically, so when we speak to them and we buy into that story along with them, we are robbing them of the opportunity to make that change. They've reached out to us and said, I'm interested, I want to know more. And then when it comes to making the commitment, people back off because of fear. So dig deeper with them. Dig deeper into their fear, and don't allow people to say to you, I can't afford it, and then just get off the phone with them, or take that as the final answer, because they're not coming to you because they don't want to make a change. And to be honest, making a change is going to mean putting in some time, putting in some effort, putting in some work. It's not a magic wand that they come to you, they say, I want to make a change, and they don't have to do anything about it. So recognizing that the difference between the people that are making money in their online business and the people that are not making money in their online business, the difference here is that they're selling and they're not buying into other people's stories about I can't afford it, or this isn't the right time, or maybe later. They've created some urgency and a reason for them to sign up. So also if they can just join at any time, or they can do this course at any time, or they can start working with you at any time, then there's no reason for them to start now either. So digging deep into, why is it important that they start right now? What's the difference for if they start now or if they start in 1 year or a week, in a month? Give them a reason to sign up, and then you'll start closing more sales and closing more conversations with, yes, I'm ready, or I'm not really ready, but let's do this anyways because I'm terrified and I know that you can help me, or this course will help me, or this product is what I need. Just recognizing and acknowledging that people are afraid. And so selling is serving. If you are not helping them through those fears, you are not serving them. In fact, you're doing the opposite, right? You're allowing them to stay stuck, and that's not your job. The other part of it is that the people that are making money have said to the universe, like, I am doing this, there's no fallback, there's no backup plan, there's no, I can't afford this. One of my mantras this week in my group and with my private ladies is that I've been saying, okay, if doing this thing, if investing in this, or if doing something that scares you is going to bring you one client, will it be worthwhile? Are you willing to do the things that, like selling, like talking about your offers, are you willing to be bold enough and do the things that are scary enough to get you that client? If it gets you a client, are you willing to do it? If it makes you money, are you willing to do it? Within reason, obviously, we won't go there. But what are you willing to do in order to make the money? Because if we have a backup plan, if we have this, well, I won't be able to do it this month, but maybe next month. If I'm like, oh, well, if this doesn't work out, then I have this to fall back on. If we have a backup plan, we've already said to ourselves that it's not going to happen and that it's okay if it doesn't happen. And you know what? We've given ourselves another option. So if we've given ourselves another option, we're not going to take the scary actions that are required in order to make more money in your business, to get more clients, to promote your brand, to land that speaking engagement, to get interviewed on that podcast, to be a guest expert for that person. So we have to do the scary things, and we have to not have a backup plan for that, and have invested in the fact that there is no backup plan. We will do whatever it takes to make the changes we need to make to get the results that we want to make, because it's not going to be easy. Like, it's not, well, it could be easy, but I mean, it's not going to take no work, no effort, no change. It is going to take some change and some effort, and you are going to have to do things that don't feel comfortable, that feel totally uncomfortable, and you don't want to do them. So the people that are making money in their business, they are selling, they're talking about their offers, they're not feeling like they're annoying people. They are not asking themselves if they're talking about it too much, or what if people are getting annoyed by this, or what if people don't join. They're not even having those thoughts in their mind. They are saying, I will do whatever it takes to make this happen. And I also find that some people rest on the fact that the universe will support me. And you all know that I am a huge believer of the universe has your back. Yes. However, there's a fine line between the universe has your back and giving all of the responsibility to the universe. We have to show up powerfully. We have to do the scary things. We have to take action. We have to talk about it. We have to not let people fall back into their fear stories. We have to show up as the bold, badass coach, trainer, example person to help them move forward in their business. And if we're the ones that are also buying into that story, we're not going to make money. We're not going to serve people. We're not going to allow our clients to get results that they need to get. So the people that are making money are selling. They're not falling back into fear, and they're doing whatever it takes to make that happen. And then that leads in nicely to what kills business dreams. So one of the things is spending time doing things that are not getting results. We spend so much time, and we invest money, and we invest all of this, our hopes and dreams, into our business being successful. And yet when we don't see results, then it kills us. It kills our confidence, and we're like, it's not working. It's not going to happen. It's not going to work out. And then we give up. And the reality of it is that there are times that things are not going to work out. There are times in my business that things don't work out. There are times that I have struggled and have wanted to give up, or have been doing all these things that I'm exhausted, and I feel like, why isn't this working? And then I realize that the things I'm doing are not getting me results, and I continue to do them, right? So that's that saying around, if you continue to do the same thing over and over again and get no results, insanity. Anyways, the point of the matter is that if you are doing things that are not getting you results, then it's time to look at, what can I be doing differently? And if you're like, I have no idea what I could be doing differently, I've tried everything, then I have an idea. One of them is that one of the things that kills our confidence and kills people's dreams is that where you choose to invest your time and money. So I do have a self-study program. I've taken self-study programs before. However, I truly believe that there's a part of self-study, and sometimes even group programs, that kill people's confidence and certification programs that tell us that by investing in this is going to make all of our dreams come true, and then we don't get the results that we want, and then we're questioning, okay, well, I did invest. I did the scary thing. I invested. I got the support. I took the course. I took the certification. I did all these things, and I still didn't see results. So maybe this just isn't meant for me. Well, I can tell you, I did a very extensive coaching certification program, and they said they were going to teach us how to grow a business. They did not. They didn't teach us anything about growing a business online, just so everyone knows. And then also, self-study programs are amazing at getting you your feet wet, getting you in the mood, getting you ready, seeing what's possible, giving you some information that you didn't necessarily have before. However, the reason that people give up on their dreams even after they've invested is because that's not, to be honest, that's just not enough. Because the self-study program can sit there forever. You have the information. There's no urgency to do it now. There's no reason why you need to finish all of the course content now. There's no reason for you to finish taking all those actions or even to take the actions consistently. And then when something's not working, we say, oh, that course didn't work for me. And then we move on to the next thing and find the next thing that maybe we can invest in that's going to make it better. So it's like, I invested in this, it didn't work. So I tried this, it didn't work. I don't know. I've invested so many times. Why is nothing getting me the results that I want? And it's because it's not the content that gets you results. It's the support aspect. And I know that's such like an overused word of like, oh, you need support. Oh, you need support. The reality of it is you need somebody there who knows what you're doing, who knows if you're taking the action to do what you said you were going to do, who can see that maybe you're getting in your own way, maybe that you're doing the easy things. Where are you focusing your time? Also, to create the space for you to dig a bit deeper as to, is that really the problem? Or is there some confidence? How are you speaking about your program? So support in the aspect of a real live human connection, a person who's trained to do that. And that is the power of working with a one-to-one coach for sure. I wouldn't be where I am if I had taken a group program. I openly admit that all the time. I can't imagine where I would be if I hadn't had the one-to-one support that I've had, because there are times when we're kind of lying to ourselves even, right? We're saying, I'm doing everything. I'm doing so much. I don't have time. I've tried everything. I've spoken to everyone. I've done all these things. And it's really, that's not the problem. And again, I can't tell you what is the problem because it's going to be individual for every single person. But there's something that is getting in the way, or something that you're doing that's not getting you results, and maybe there's something else that you can be doing that would get you better results. So having a person there to work that through and customize it to what you're going through and your business, because cookie cutter situations, yes, again, they get your feet wet, but they're not going to be specific for you and your business and your audience and what you offer. And that's an important aspect of it, is that if you want to have a successful business, just taking it out of the box and expecting that you're going to be able to just take someone else's formula, put it into your own business, and then it's just going to work for you is unrealistic. Like, it worked for that person because that was their energy, their content, their way of being, their audience who felt connected to them. So you have to create your own way of doing things and customize these strategies and tools for yourself. Whereas a lot of the time with self-study programs, or sometimes even group programs that don't have enough support in them, is that we think that, okay, I did it all exactly the way that I was supposed to and it didn't work, so I might as well just go and look at the next thing. Or this is not going to work for me. And so it's important that you do have some sort of one-to-one support. Otherwise, I can tell you right now, I wouldn't be here. I would not be in this position if I hadn't. And I know some people are like, well, I can't invest at that level, or I haven't been able to, or even I asked this of somebody yesterday and they said, well, I just haven't felt connected to anybody yet, right? I haven't felt that that person could help me, or that they wouldn't be pushing their own agenda on me. Which again, if I can make a point, if you're ever looking for a coach, make sure that the first thing that the coach asks you is, what do you desire to create? What are your goals? What are your big desires? Because if it's their agenda, they'll tell you, well, I think you should do this, this, and this, and this. And yes, they will definitely help you and guide you and give you suggestions, but it has to be, you are always driving the bus when it comes to coaching, that you decide where the call goes, you decide where your business is going. And so it's important that you have that kind of customization Otherwise, you'll be just creating something that's already been created, and then you're going to say to me, Tanya, how do I stand out from the crowd online? Well, it's easy when you're creating something that's true to you, that's going to connect with your audience, that's going to be your way of doing something. So it's important that you're not, that self-study programs are wonderful for getting your feet wet. But if you're relying on them, if you're even relying on group programs, again, it's good to get your feet wet. But when you are ready to up-level, one-to-one support, there's nothing better than it in the world because it is specific to your needs and your business. And I just think that one-to-one support is like, it creates the space for you to be vulnerable, for you to do that deep work of what's getting in your way, of what are you afraid of. And sometimes we don't feel comfortable doing that in a group setting, or sometimes we're not able to go to those places within ourselves. And having that person who can say to you, I see this pattern happening, or I see where you're continuing to do the same things, so important, so big, so huge, that if you don't have that, it's hard for us to be objective on what's getting in our way. It's hard to be objective when like you're living it. It's hard to see the story that we're creating around why we can't do something, or why something's not going to work for us when we're in the story. So that was Who Kills Businesses. Your income will be a direct result in your business, will be a direct result of how many people you speak to per day. How many people do you get on the phone with? Because business happens person to person. So if you're not connecting with people, if you're not speaking to people, you're not going to be selling, you're not going to be making money. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to be always reaching out to people, but if you are not having any connections, no conversation throughout the day with potential clients, then there's no possible way, unless you have some sort of automation built into your business that's actually getting you clients, then you won't be making any money. Now, how do we build that automation in? That is something that I work with my clients on, again, one-to-one, but it's we build the automation in based on the things that are really working for you in your business and where people are seeing results, and then you create an automated way of providing that. However, again, when people get that support, that custom support from you or for themselves, they are able to create much bigger results in less time because they're taking action. Somebody's right there to say, so you committed to this, or you said you were going to do this. And I mean, also having that investment is a really good driver of, I need to get this done now. I only have this much time with my coach, so I need to get this much done in this amount of time. So having that investment, they want to make back that investment. So if they've only invested $1,000, they don't expect to be making that much. Maybe if they made $5,000, that would be an amazing result for them. Whereas if they've invested $10,000 or $20,000 or $50,000, their expectations are much bigger. So they have bigger goals. They're willing to do much scarier things. They're willing to take bigger actions and do it in less time because that's, they need to do it in less time. They need to make that money back right away, or they only have that much time with their coach. And that's why having not doing a self-study program where like, oh, I can go back to it at any time is so powerful, because you have that coach where you're like, okay, I'm meeting with her tomorrow and I haven't done any of this. I better do it today. Otherwise I'm going to show up, I'm going to waste everybody's time, and I'm going to waste my money because I just paid for this, a ton of money for this, and I got no results. So your income is going to be based on what are you willing to do to make that money, how much are you willing to invest, time and effort, and what's the time frame, and how many conversations have you gotten into, or how many people have you connected with, or how many phone calls have you had to actually make money, because money or business happens person to person. Money comes to you from somebody else. It will always come to you from another person. They got that money by doing something else. They did some skill or some service to make that money, and then it's being used, exchanged with you for a service that you're offering them. Okay, so if they cheap out, if they are only investing $1,000 or $500, or then they're only expecting smaller results. That's why when people invest big time, they get bigger results. They expect bigger things. They expect bigger things of themselves. Okay, now, okay, what determines, oh, I did that one already. Okay. I forget, what was the last one? Do you guys remember what was the last one? So it was, what kills business dreams? Oh, what determines if you get results from investing, and why some people make money. So I kind of touched on the investing thing, actually. It's like, when you invest more, you get more. When you are like, oh, I'm only going to invest this much money, I only expect to get this much out of it. But what did I say here? Okay, oh, I forgot this part. Okay, so why even is it important? I guess I was on the topic of one-to-one coaching, so that actually feeds in well to this. So not only is it important for the coach to be there for you to say, hey, like you said that you were going to do this, but it's also that someone else is invested in your business. When you're working with somebody one-to-one, or when you're a part of a group of people, those people are invested in your success. So we're always working on our alone to ourselves, with ourselves, and we invested our money, we invested our time, and we are the only ones that it's impacting. Well, when you're working with a coach one-on-one, it's impacting them too. Like, my coaching is dependent on the results of my clients. So if my clients are not doing well in their business, that's a reflection on me and my coaching and my support. And like, I'm invested. I want them to get the best and biggest results ever. And so I'm just as invested in their business as they are in their own business. And with investing in that is that if you're a part of a group, if some people are having so much success and you're seeing it and they're working with that group, or they're working with that content, or they're working with that coach, you see that these same concepts that you're working with and that you're working with this coach are getting results, you know that it's possible for you because you're seeing how it was possible for somebody else. And if you continue to take those scary actions to sell and to show up as that person who's like, it is possible for me, that is how you will get those results too. So when you're working by yourself or doing a self-study program, it's so easy to see like, oh, this isn't going to work. Oh, this doesn't work for everybody. Oh, this isn't going to work for me, and I need to find something else that's going to work. But when you're working with one-to-one, or when you're a part of a group, you see other people getting the results. You see that it is possible. People are invested in you, and you are able to get those results because you have that energy around you. Yesterday, I did a video in my private Facebook group where I was talking about the 3 most important factors that determine if somebody is going to be successful in their business. And one of them was confidence and energy and vibration. And the reason I talk about that is because you can be as visible as you want, and you can be as visibility. What was the other one? Visibility, energy. Do I still have that page from yesterday? What was the third one? I'm blanking on it now. I think I found this. Visibility. I lost it. Anyways, I forget which one it was. Something about it. Anybody who was on there yesterday, LaToya, do you remember what I was saying about it yesterday? It was visibility, something with a C. Oh, connection. Okay, so it was visibility and connection are great. So if you're being visible and you're connecting with people, great. But if you're not confidently selling, if you're not energetic and excited and know that what you do helps people, they're not going to invest. And so add on to that part, those three most important factors, we can add on to it the part about selling that I said today. If we're buying into their fear stories, again, we're not going to, and that means we're not confident because we're like, well, maybe they won't, maybe they shouldn't do it this time, maybe they won't, maybe this isn't a good investment. I actually forgot, I wanted to share a example that I came up with yesterday about the stock market. So when people invest in the stock market, they know that like there's the potential for it to like go up or down, up or down. And so some people who are really comfortable with that will invest a small amount, right? But if you invest a tiny amount, you don't expect to be making huge results. If you invest a lot of money, a lot of time, and you get the top end stockbroker or stock or hedge fund or whatever you're investing in the stock market, if you are investing like with the top tier, you're expecting top tier results. Same thing in your business. If they are only investing a little bit of money and a little bit of time and they're only expecting little results, if they're investing a lot, they're expecting big results. And that's also how you as a coach or you as a trainer or you as a teacher or course creator or mentor, advisor, consultant, you get big results because they are really invested in getting those big results. They're willing to invest a lot to get those results, and that is exactly how they end up getting them. If they are not expecting to get big results, then they're not going to invest a lot, and then they are not going to get a lot out of it. They're also not willing to do as much to get to that point. So yes, connection and visibility are super important, but your energy, your confidence, and your ability to not buy into their fear stories and not allow them to move backwards when they've already told you that they are interested, but they have all these things coming up that like this isn't the right fit or the right time or the right price for them, is helping them through that and not letting it go and getting off the phone or jumping to the next conversation or losing that confidence or that energy around nobody's going to join, nobody sees the value. So focusing on what are the results that they would like to achieve, what is possible for them, and how you can help them do that. And be visible, get connected. Again, the amount of conversations that you're in is really important, but then you need to be bold and speak to them about why investing is so important. And it's important to have that support and not give up yourself, because it is going to happen if you don't give up. If you get the person who's also invested in your business, choose a coach who's invested in you, choose a coach who asks you about your desires and is not creating it on their agenda. And if you've had a bad experience in the past, noticing like, is it that, you know, maybe I didn't have the support that I needed, maybe I didn't connect with that coach, maybe maybe I did a program that was a self-study program, or maybe I was in a group and I needed more support to get the results that I needed. Because in the reality of it is that I truly did need one-to-one support. And I can't even imagine if I had been in just a group where I would be right now. And that is an indication of like, I was so invested in my business that I was willing to put in the money to make that investment grow. Same with the stock market. If you're willing to put in more money, you're going to see bigger growth. So if you're willing to invest more in your business and get more support and invest in the top tier of things, in like the top tier, not to choose like the lowest option, then you will get those results. Because again, you also expect it, you believe it, you're showing the universe that you are doing your part, you're showing up, and you're going to take those big scary actions to get those results. And in reality, that is what ends up happening. It's like the people that don't get results are the people that don't do the really terrifying things. And asking yourself, if this helps me get one client, it'll be worth it. Or will it be worth it? I just say, if this helps me get one client, it'll be worth it. And that's how I decide what I invest in. That's how I decide where I put my effort. And that's, I think, like how I've been successful for this, and like not giving up when things don't work out, because there are going to be things that don't work out. and having somebody who is invested in you. Like just the other day, I don't think Angela's on here right now, but Angela was one of my one-to-one clients. She was doing her webinar and she sent me a message that she needed my support. I literally dropped my groceries that I was purchasing at the grocery store and went home to make sure that I could help her before her webinar. And like, you need somebody who is that invested in you and your success in order to do those big scary things and take those big scary leaps to get results. And they'll also be there for you when you need that like soft support as well, not just like the techie things, but also like the digging deep, the creating the vulnerable and trusting space for you to do the deep work to get there. So I do have 2 more spaces in my one-to-one program, and then it might be closed off for the rest of the year. So definitely, if you are struggling, you would like to speak about one-to-one support, by all means, I will leave a link here. You can just send me a direct message. Or if you have questions about what one-to-one work is like, or if you have questions about what group support is like, maybe you've only done self-study work before, but definitely, it's important for you to know that to get big results, you have to be willing to take the big steps. And I shall speak to you guys soon.